What's up, NFL fans? This video is my reaction to the newly announced Netflix show Quarterback. So, for those of you who don't know, Netflix just dropped a trailer um, with a show about called Quarterback. It's made by Netflix and Omaha Productions, which is Peyton Manning, and they follow these three NFL quarterbacks from last season, and they follow them around on and off the field, particularly I think off the field, and kind of show like what their lives are like and how they deal with being a quarterback. Um, the first thing I thought about when I heard about the show and what gets me super excited about this show is Drive to Survive. Drive to Survive is a show made by Netflix. It's been going on for 5 seasons, and it's a docu-series where they follow F1 drivers around during this season, during the F1 season. It kind of shows you their personalities, their characteristics, and sure, there's some heightened drama, but still, especially later on in these newer seasons, I'd say there's a lot less fake drama. Um, but so they follow them around, and it got lots of people into Formula One, including myself. And so that's why I'm super excited. I could see quarterback doing the same thing for the NFL, getting people into um the NFL, because anyone can follow these characters and these human stories, right? So and then you get into football, or in Drive to Survive's case, Formula One, you get into the sport because you care about these people. um, and so I think it's a great way to get new fans, and also it's a great way for old fans to kind of get to know these quarterbacks more, and why should I be rooting for these people, right? Right. I'm not a Falcons fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm not a Vikings fan. I'm a Jets fan, obviously. Um, but right, maybe this show is gonna make me like Marcus Mariota, make me like Kirk Cousins, make me like Patrick Mahomes, right? And so I'm very excited for that. A little caveat I will say, just in case, who knows if this is true, but especially with Drive to Survive early on, it was targeted towards new fans. So they do lots of like explaining of the sport that's super obvious to people who follow Formula One. And so I am a little worried that quarterback might do that and might explain things very obviously. So if you see that, I mean, just know it's targeted towards new fans, but there should be stuff for old fans to love. And I'm definitely gonna watch quarterback, and I think it's gonna be really good. Um, anyways, enough with Drive to Survive. Back to quarterback. So I think this show's gonna be super interesting. It's following three very interesting, like the three quarterbacks they picked to follow. Very interesting. And remember, it's all from last season. So the show has already been filmed. So it's all from last season. So first, Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's very interesting. And you kind of have like the top, what it's like to be the number one quarterback, the number one guy. And, just because you're the number one guy doesn't make your life super easy. There's so much more pressure on him. And so how does he deal with that? I think they're going to explore that, and it's going to be very interesting. Then you kind of have like the tier 2 quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He's been around um a lot longer than any of these guys, I think. And what is it like to deal with that, right? And he had a breakout season, so that's going to be really, and the Vikings had a really great regular season. So it's going to be really great to see that. And so what is it like to not be amazing but also be really good, and the pressure with that? And obviously there's lots of memes and stuff on Kirk Cousins, so how does he deal with that? And then third, you kind of have your fringe starter, Marcus Mariota, right? Is he even, he's not even a starter next year, so obviously how was it to deal with being on the hot seat all season, and then he doesn't win. Actually, he won't be, we know as fans, we know that he won't be the starter next season. So how does he deal with that, right? And so that's all super interesting, and that's kind of actually all on the field stuff, which they're definitely going to explore. But I'm also very interested to explore to see what they talk about off the field, right? We know a little bit about Patrick Mahomes' family. But other than that, what do we really know about any of these three quarterbacks? Kirk Cousins, he's a bit of a meme. I really don't know anything about Marcus Mariota. And Patrick Mahomes, all I know really is he's great at football. And so I'm very interested to see kind of like their personal lives and why I should be invested in these quarterbacks. And like I said, Drive to Survive did a really great job about that. Drive to Survive barely showed the actual racing, especially early on in the show. Um, and it showed a lot of the character drama, and I think that's gonna be very interesting to see these three guys. What are their lives about? And like, why should I like them? Why should I root for them? If I'm not a fan of the team that they're on. So anyways, I'm very excited for the show. I'm definitely gonna be watching it, and maybe I'll do reviews and stuff of the show and my thoughts. And so, anyways, I hope you're excited as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.